The rainy weather gives baseball teams a tough time. Justin Sampson is here with us. Will tell us more about high school baseball season. Justin,
that's definitely right, Kiki. Just as winter storm shuffled up the high school baseball season, Mother Nature isn't quite ready for the boys of spring. Several games have already been postponed and rescheduled, including tonight's matchup between Athens and Nelsonville York. The Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs will now host Nelsonville York on Friday. For the boys, Athens is 6-3 on the year, while the Buckeyes are 2-2. A win could pull Nelsonville York into a first-place tie with rival Athens. And in Ohio news, get out your adding machines. The Emily Wethington Award count is underway. The most recent came yesterday morning when Ohio's hurler was named MAC East Pitcher of the Week. Wethington threw a complete game in a win over Akron in Game 1 on Saturday. She performed a little relief work in the second contest, pitching the last 2 2/3 innings, retiring 8 of 9 batters. This is the second time Wethington has snagged the award this season. And in the true spirit of competition, the Ohio soccer team is not looking to be outdone. Senior Sarah Brown and junior Kelly Pitchell are boasting their own accomplishment, being named second team All-Ohio. Brown is one of 3 defenders on the squad, while Pitchell is one of 5 midfielders. Both ladies played in all 19 matches this season, while Brown was also named first team All-MAC. Well, the OU baseball team season has started, and they want all the support they can get. Athens MidDay Mike Comiso tells us how the marketing department is helping get the fans in the stands to cheer on the Bobcats.
As the players warm up for their game against Xavier Wednesday night, the fans are treated to a pregame feast. The saying goes, the early bird gets the worm. But for some lucky fans at Bob Wren Stadium today, the early bird got the free shirt and free pizza.
I got my free shirt and I just ate. I'm full.
Sophomore J.J. McCormick says the shirts went fast.
Yeah, I tried to get here early for the T-shirt, but I didn't get here in time. So.
The day was not a bust for J.J., however, because he was the lucky fan chosen to throw out the first pitch.
They had a raffle, and then they picked who got the first pitch.
Had it not been for J.J. seeing a sign earlier in the day, he would have missed out on a very memorable experience.
To be honest, when I was walking to class today with my friend, and I was like, look, if we go to the game, we get a free shirt. And he was like, well, let's go. So I didn't even know there was a game today until I saw the sign. So it was worth coming to.
As game time neared, the fans continued to pour in, packing the stands. Attendance seemed to be great, and as far as expectations for the event went,
definitely surpassed. There's more students here today than any of the other games I worked by far. It's definitely a good turnout.
Ohio marketing students hold a promotional event nearly every game, but as far as Ashley and Josh are concerned, nothing compares to this event.
That's always been my philosophy, that free food and T-shirts is definitely a way to go to get students here. Last week we did dogs in the park, so I got more adults here. There's about like 10 dogs or so, but for students, definitely T-shirts.
As the game begins, Ashley and Josh can watch in peace, knowing their jobs are done and the fans are in the seats. For Athens MidDay, I'm Mike Comiso.
The Bobcats' next promotional event is Bobcat Trivia on Saturday for the game against Northern Illinois at 3 p.m. Well, in Major League news, the Indians managed to do something last night they hadn't done since April 2nd, lose a baseball game. The national media had finally begun to take notice of the Tribe's hot start, but they dropped a 2-0 decision to the Angels last night. Foul-star Carmona, still looking for that first win, gave up 2 home runs and fanned 6 in 7 2/3 innings. He got no help from the offense as Shin-Soo Choo mustered Cleveland's only hit of the ninth. The Tribe's record falls to 8-3, still good enough for a 1-game lead in the AL Central. They'll wrap up their series with Los Angeles tonight before heading back to Ohio on Thursday. And it took until the 11th inning, but Cincinnati's bats finally woke up, but they did it in a big way. Ryan Hannigan hit the go-ahead double, and Drew Stubbs launched a 3-run blast to cap a 6-run 11th, giving the Reds an 8-2 win over San Diego. Cameron Maybin thought he'd won it for the Padres in the 9th when he lined a shot to right field, but the Reds' Jay Bruce was able to chase it down to extend the game. Cincy's record improves to 8-3 while they hold a 2.5-game lead in the NL Central. They'll send Edinson Volquez to the mound to try to complete the sweep tonight against the Padres at 6:35. And in the midst of lockout talks and bargaining agreement disputes, the NFL has announced the 2011 preseason schedule. The Cleveland Browns under new coach Pat Shurmur will open up hosting the Super Bowl champion Green Bay Packers. Their in-state rivals, the Cincinnati Bengals, will travel up north to take on the Detroit Lions. And the Super Bowl runner-up Steelers will head to the capital to take on the Washington Redskins. The season kicks off in Canton with the Hall of Fame game between Chicago and St. Louis on August 9th.
Well, I don't think I was the only one that stayed up late last night to catch the end of that Reds game. I know I was pretty excited about that.
It was definitely exciting. Big times in Cincinnati right now. It was nice to see them finally wake up and have a fantastic extra inning game.
It was worth it. And finally, a tale of survival in Virginia after a tornado tore through a town. Paco the Chihuahua was found after the disaster with only a fractured leg and torn ear. He will need surgery to fix the fractured leg. Antibiotics and a little time will heal Paco's torn ear. There is so much outpouring of support that the animal hospital where he is being treated is covering 20% of the cost. Still, his owner is thankful that Paco survived the tornado relatively unharmed. And in 4 to 6 weeks, Paco can be running around once again. Tonight on Newswatch, we'll have the latest on the new Marshfield stabbing.
And tomorrow on MidDay, what does a local dog shelter plan to do about overcrowding? Have a great afternoon.